15 seconds.
Vic, you got everybody by us?
Yeah, everybody with Clint.
They give me
5 seconds.
I hate this too.
Follow us on IG and Snapchat at The Plug Radio Net. Experience The Plug Hip Hop.
Everybody.
Yeah, we here live on D&D Live.
That's right. Mr. Victor in the building. Good old sponsor. Shout out.
Good producer today.
I got
we
that.
have good producer today. And of course, we do have to go with the Peanut Gallery. Shout out to the Peanut Gallery and everybody there.
Ladies in the Peanut Gallery, gentlemen, can you wave?
Mr. Wade Martin back in the building. Good old family member.
Yes.
That's right. So let's do a little touch up of last week real quick before we introduce our guests for today. How do we create our own wealth? Everybody has something to say. Ooh, Lavelle, you missed it last week.
I know.
I asked, I said, when Lavelle that he ain't gonna come today?
Mm-mm.
You know what my comment was?
What was it?
A man that don't work, don't eat.
Hey,
I mean, just simple as that.
that's it.
So you was working, right?
Yeah, we was working.
You was working.
We was
Y'all
building
gonna have to
the
share
curriculum.
that mic because can't nobody hear
You
Lavelle.
We was building the curriculum
Speak
for
it all
C4.
over.
Yeah, we had to put some work in last week. But we back.
Okay, that's what's up. And so, Shantae Renee, how did you feel about everybody's input, creating their own?
I mean, you know, I was blunt and straight to the point is what I said. A man that don't eat, don't sleep. I mean, a man that don't work, don't eat.
Right.
So, hey, I think we had a good feed in Miss Lavelle, of course, but we had a good feed.
Okay. All right. Shout out to Courtney B. I am mentoring modeling ministry.
Especially, we got to talking about tithing.
Yeah.
Which Wade brought up that topic about, you know, how
The
in his
10%,
household,
10, 10,
10, 80.
Yeah.
So, which brings it up the following day, Thursday, you know, I took Jada, and Jada went to open up her checking account.
Okay.
And the guy asked if she wanted a savings account, and I said, yeah, of course, because we want to do 10, 10, 80.
Okay.
So if I start with 16 with 10, 10, 80,
She'll grow with
she'll
that.
grow with that 10, 10, 80. So shout out to Wade.
Okay, Wade Martin.
You know, I do it a little different in my household. I don't feel like physically you have to give your 10% to the church. I feel like community service, taking
That
something
10%,
to the store.
it don't necessarily have to be, the storehouse can be.
It can be anywhere.
Yeah.
You know, your tithing can be anywhere. So I don't necessarily believe that it has to be your 10% to the church.
Yeah.
And, you know, I also express that I often do not put my name on the tithing envelope because everything is not to be reported.
That's right. It's
When
supposed to
you're
be
giving
done
it
in
to God and
secret.
when you're giving it, you know, from your heart. So that was just, you know, my opinion on last week creating what.
Go ahead, Mr. Victor.
I just want to steal the moment. Wade Martin is my first opinion.
You ain't have to do it.
I'm just saying.
You better. Shout out to the first cousin, Wade
So,
Martin.
Dale, since you here this week, let us get your opinion on it.
On what?
What is your opinion on creating your own wealth? Like, do you feel doing things your way or going to get a job, being in that 90 percentile or being in the 10 percentile, being your own man, doing what you do to provide for your family?
I think what it is, I think it has to do with what you define wealth as. I think it really boils down for me, and my philosophy is about your purpose. You know, you gotta live your purpose. I don't care if you're making $10 or you're making $1 million. If I'm not happy doing it, it don't matter about how much money I make, because at the end of the day, the quality of life that I'm living for me and my family is not gonna be where it needs to be. So you'll always be able to make money when you're happy and
That's right.
in your purpose. So I put that before anything. I put my purpose before anything. And if wealth comes as a result of that, cool. If it doesn't, I'm all right with that. Now, that's where I wanted my kids to grow up. I don't want them chasing money like that. You know, I want them to be happy doing whatever they're doing. If it leads to wealth, great. If it doesn't, I mean, as long as they're happy.
Okay. That's what's up.
But, let me say.
I knew it was a
C4 mentoring.
building.
You see us in the background.
Because you knew it was a butt.
But
I will say this.
Let me zoom in.
Once I started living my purpose and understood what I was meant to do, money, I always was comfortable. I don't go without anything. If I go without, it's because I choose to go without.
That microphone, LaVelle.
I can go buy whatever I want whenever I want it. I can. I got the house that I wanted. That was priority. I mean, a nice house.
Yeah, y'all did that.
I can do whatever I want to do, but it was me actually tapping into my purpose that allowed that to happen. Because I always worked hard. I always had multiple ways of making money, but I wasn't living my purpose. I think it's about purpose personally. The money will always come.
That's what's up. Shout out to Tanja Has Purpose, was also a guest on last week. And her purpose, she was basically saying the same thing. Yeah, that's what's up. Love it.
She was happier when she left her job and stepped out on faith, even though she had an obstacle.
And it's hard,
you
know.
Stuff like that.
I'm
I
dealing
told
with
you
a
I
lot.
walked off mine
Me
5
too.
years ago and hadn't been back. And hadn't missed a beat.
I walked off mine maybe 6 weeks ago, and I'm going through it, but purpose-driven life.
Yeah, that's part of it though. Trust in the process.
Yeah. I'm trusting in the process. That's right. Okay, come on, Mr. Victor. Time for you to do your job. Need you to introduce these lovely ladies we have and this young gentleman.
First in the studio, I would like to introduce a civil servant. She is a Birmingham native. Her name is Deanna, better known to some as Dee Reed.
That's right.
And she is truly the voice for the people. That's why she's on D&D Live, the voice of the people. Since graduating from Miles College, she has organized many outreach projects. She's served on numerous junior boards and worked with various media outlets. Dee currently plans and executes major sporting events as an event manager. She is currently running for City Council District 2, and her stance is 3D, a chance you can see, dedicated, devoted, and development. I present the song to introduce the other, the future City Council District 2 representative.
That's right.
Deanna D. Reed, 2017, who will always be dedicated, devoted, and looking for opportunities to develop her community and her
Good,
business.
sir. Thank you.
That's right. Welcome to D&D Live. Everybody give Deanna D. Reed a welcome.
Woo!
All right, so you're not done, sir.
Well, I thought okay.
We need to keep it moving.
Yes, ma'am. I'm on the clock.
That's right. Do your job. Everybody deserves that one.
Well, I have another special lady in the building. She is known to me as the washing machine lady. I have heard stories on her over and over again, and what she is doing in the lives of women is truly exceptional. Her name is Shelly Lane. She is the CEO and founder of the At Home Foundation Incorporated and the Women Under Construction. There's something that's going on in your life, like the washing machine. We all have clothes that we refuse to wash that lay over in the corner, and we know we have to get to. We all have things that linger around in our lives and inside of our souls that we know we need to get rid of, and we don't. And as women, she tries to help show the comparison between the two, and she helps you wash things out of your closet as well as washing things out of your life and coming out on the other side a pure form of yourself. I present the song and introduce the others. Miss Shelly Lane, Women Under Construction.
Y'all better do
She wasn't ready. She wasn't ready. Wait a minute. You see how the deal goes? You were like, I didn't know he was for real.
I'm still trying to figure out who he is.
Look, I'm like, dang.
I know that about me.
That's what's up. Welcome to D&D Live, Women Under Construction.
I'm so glad to be here.
Y'all
That
know
is
how
a
he doing them.
blessing.
Maybe you'll think he was on the tall pole.
That's right. Bulletin. So if y'all ever need an intro, you know, when y'all doing y'all thing, you know who to call.
I see.
And I come out for free. I just love to support
Now
the
he ain't
people.
gonna be doing all that.
See my wife.
That lady just said she
lost her job.
6
That's
weeks
right.
ago.
I stepped out on faith in the name of Jesus.
I thought I was coming free. My wife picked up the check.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, so you got one more. One more, ladies and gents.
We have a gentleman in the building who is of a legacy that is dear to my heart.
That's
I hate
right.
to always refer back to sports, but I am an Auburn football fan.
Woohoo!
His
War
dad
Eagle.
is a former Auburn great. He is a.
Do that.
I'm just saying. War Eagle.
War Eagle.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
And you said my conviction.
That's right, baby.
We ain't got no more on the show.
He is the man behind the scenes. We always see the cast and we see the stars of the show, but no one ever takes the time in the moment to think about the men and women in black. We have one of those workers here on the panel today, who tirelessly gives his time and his effort to his father's campaign, his father's vision, and the change that they're trying to bring about in this community. He is the precursor to next week's gift. He is the laborer and the front man, whether he wants people to know it or not, for one, Mr. Chris Woods, who is running for mayor of Birmingham. I present the song, and I introduce the other, a real worker, a field guy, someone who, as he told you, never sleep until the job is done.
Okay.
Mr. Clinton.
All right.
All right, Quinn, welcome to D&D Live. All right, everybody. So now we can move on. Everyone has been introduced. Welcome to D&D Live.
Hey, Courtney Sanders. Everybody say hey to Courtney.
Where you at, girl?
She is usually the host of the Peanut Gallery, but she had to work tonight.
Hey, Courtney.
But she is watching live.
She just posted on my live too.
Hey, Courtney, we miss you here. But my co-host, Danielle, she's out in California, and her daughter graduated high school yesterday, so that will be why she's not streaming with us right now.
Okay.
So let's move on to the question of the week, Mr. Lavelle Benyon.
The question of the week is, high school is over. What is next? How American education compares to others. Some of the top schools and costs.
All right. Okay, I'm sorry, everybody. I got to get my co-host in. She's trying to call. So we're going to go on a quick commercial. D&D Live, call us in, 800-979-0802. That will give the panel some time to get ready. Chris, take us out.
Okay, we are off live radio, but the live feed is still going. You know, if you don't want nobody to know, don't say it. They might catch you. Don't say I didn't warn you, that I sold you out.
David, can you hear?
Anybody that got here late or anybody that would like anything else, there's plenty of food. We have regular beverages, we have adult beverages. Whatever you choose to have, you're more than welcome. We got several kinds of adult beverages.
Okay, I put a mic on my iPad this week to try to help y'all hear a little bit of what we see. The question of the week, high school is over. What's next? The American education compares to others. Some of the top schools and costs. Y'all see Veronica back there? She didn't want to try to see you. Come on, put the mic on down.
Yeah, come on. You do all that talking on Facebook,
I do
all
all
of my
that
stats
talking.
and all that. Yeah, that's it.
I'm just
She
waiting.
is definitely our feed reader right here, baby.
I am waiting on the discussion to get started.
You had it.
I got a lot to say about school.
Come on in.
I
I
got a
can't
lot.
talk about it. I went to Baby University.
You went to
Baby University.
Baby, I had baby.
Daddy, can you hear?
I paid a lot for the college I went to. Yeah, that one's fees, baby. The price I paid. Come on, let's talk about it.
Yeah, you know that was fine. That's my fine.
And if there are any single moms that are
Can you
on
hear
my
Danny?
feed right now, I will be speaking live tomorrow at the Single Moms Conference.
Okay, I got you in.
9 o'clock in the morning. Say what, Bill? It begins before high school. You absolutely right.
How was graduation?
It begins at 9 years old. Like how high school? Yeah. You know, everything they're going to know by 9 years old. That's going to take them to If she can't read by 9, she ain't gonna read later. She's really pretty good. It's some rationalization skills.
Danny, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay.
You did one song.
Oh no, this is a long break, so there's 2 songs in there.
I need it. I can't leave.
All right, so you gonna come in? You gonna answer first?
We're on break right now, y'all. We took a quick break. We'll be right back on the air in a minute. have nothing prepared for in the morning.
You'll be alright.
Do you need anything from
No.
Yes.
No, she
Let me
don't.
get Kristen on the line and see what she say about that.
You know, I'm supposed to be calling.
You know, she called me a Wikipedia. She said, you gonna answer the question.
Maybe I'm gonna answer the question and I'm
Then
gonna research
research
it.
I want it to be right. I want what I say to be right. I don't want you to come back and say I was wrong. I don't want to be wrong.
The young bucks in there lit over there, ain't
Man, they tore up from the flood.
they? Lit good.
They're about to throw up.
You lit. I wanted to know, they a real party over here.
When I pulled in, I said, okay.
When I pulled out, I'm like, oh, they cold.
No, I said,
Be us.
I got nervous. I want to go back home.
How many minutes?
I got about 6 months.
Wait, what? What song is that?
Well, they put like 2 songs and 3 commercials in this one.
It's the commercials are pre-done.
You already
Shirt
done.
button. Y'all love my shirt on it. Hey girl, hey. This was good.
That's what your shirt says?
Yeah. They would have said be on. I ain't fooling with my feet. We're gonna have a topic on here about child support. What you want to know?
I don't want to be hated by the men.
Baby, I got something to say about it. I got something to say about the
I
child
do
support.
too. I go to Fort Williams.
Oh my God.
I know we
What's
lied.
wrong, Clint? You don't want to talk about child support? It ain't child support?
I know that's right.
Yeah. Sometimes supporting them outside of child support too. But child support, let me be quiet so we get on that topic. Baby, yeah, so that's why I be quiet. That's why I said let me be quiet. Until we talk about this such.
Right, I mean, and the things that you're doing to help prepare the children to college.
Child support didn't pay for
I
that.
know that, but I'm saying it goes right in with the
They're
question.
feeding, yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect.
What you say you don't know? What you pay child support?
How long we got here?
4 minutes.
I don't know if I'm connected right with Danny.
I can hear her.
She can't hear me though.
Hey, Danny.
It's gonna take 6 minutes time.
What say, Danny?
I said I can hear you.
He said she can hear us fine.
Okay. Okay, when we come back from break, you're gonna come in with the question. We'll have Lavelle ask it, and then you'll come in and answer first. Is your question?
Oh, he got out. He ain't got a call in. He hit it. Sound like he got it. I'm gone.
Brian Fitzpatrick said he see you, Clint. Don't try to hide. Just tell you what the man said. Hey, Tequila.
Hey, friend. How many minutes, Chris?
3.5.
3.5. Man, it's a long break.
Chris put them good songs in
Yeah, but
tonight.
we need it because sometimes we'll go all the way through and don't have no break.
No.
And be running back
Let me
over.
get my throat wet. Because I feel like y'all finna be going in
It's
and
time to
out.
get started.
Man, this is a good
I want
question.
women under control to have.
Under construct.
Women maybe y'all women under control, right?
Women under construction. I love it though.
I don't know what I'm talking about. What do you read that?
Right there.
There she go, working, moving around.
Listen, she over there talking to the Miles College graduates, telling them how to get them a good internship, man. I thought she was going to recruit some of my folks away from here.
No, I'm good. Thank you.
She bad influencing. Peer pressure. That's her. That's the girl at school that peer pressure.
Uh-oh. God ain't through me yet.
Work in progress.
He ain't through me.
We appreciate your honesty, Shantae.
I'm just saying, God ain't through me.
He's not through any of it.
No, he's not. I can admit it.
Me too,
Anyway,
Just say you're still under construction.
yeah.
There you go.
As we all are.
Listen, man.
Major renovation, right?
She got the yellow tape in front of her.
Always.
Don't cross the line.
Always. Tape always in front of me. Mouth reckless.
Shout Brother Sims out.
They playing
And what he did yesterday, his meet and greet, it was big.
How long we got?
But I shot him out
2
anyway.
minutes.
Yeah.
That's the slowest clock I've ever seen.
The Cavs. Did you not see last night? LeBron came winning by himself.
The first 2 games last year, they lost by 16 and 33.
They lost by last year. We didn't have the red last
Well,
year.
we need to defend the
The
champ.
Ratchet gonna get us to the promised land.
Dashida, you can shout out his digital diary that will be released next week. We tagged 2 interns to the campaign. They started the digital diary yesterday at his meet and greet. And we want to kind of warm up the people, let them know that it'll be released.
It's gonna be released on D&D Live?
Yes. We'll release it Friday on D&D Live.
When I tried next year, what can I do?
We'll be dropping on the site live.
Is it time?
Still got 50 seconds.
Donnie Alexander said, "Hey Shelly."
Hey.
I try to be a Christian, not a try.
They followed him yesterday?
Yeah, they went out to the meet and greet yesterday.
Where was it?
In the south, on the south side, in the Highland Park community,
30 seconds.
Highland Avenue, Highland Park community. At
Okay, we
a,
about to come on, Danny.
at a prestigious doctor's house.
15 seconds.
Hey, Ayana, you want to see your answer?
Oh, Donna Alexander.
Hey.
It was Donna Alexander.
Donna Alexander.
Said hello. I'm sorry, Donna.
Okay.
She got right back at me on the feed.
Laughter in the studio. It's a great day at D&D Live. It's your girl D. What's up, everybody?
Hello.
Hello. All right, come on, Lavelle. Question
All
of the
right.
week. Let's get started. Janelle is ready. Co-host is
Question
in
of
line.
the week is, high school is over. What is next? In the context of how American education compares to others.
All right, Danny, you want to start it out?
Say that again.
The question of the week, Danny?
Can you repeat the question for me,
Absolutely.
please?
Absolutely. So high school is over. What is next? Keeping it in the context of how American education compares to others.
Very, 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 very on-time conversation, I have to say, for our topic this week. My daughter just graduated yesterday. Congratulations to her. Shout out to my daughter.
That's
Michaela.
right.
I have to say so.
Absolutely.
That's right. Shout out, Michaela.
At 16 years
At
old.
16. Go on and tell it, Danny.
Oh, that's awesome.
16 years
16
old.
years. My city worked very hard to graduate early at 16 years old. And she is going to wait until the winter to go off to college. She's already gotten some acceptance letters, but she wants to wait till she's 17 to go off, and I want her to too. So
Oh, so
those are
good.
her future plans include going to Xavier in Louisiana, and she wants to be an OBGYN. And one of the things that I posted on my Facebook page in acknowledgement to her was, she told me a long time ago, well, you know, Mom, I know a lot of people have everyone has struggles in life. You have to struggle with something in life. I'm just making it my business to not make finances one of my struggles. Hats off to her for staying focused. But to answer the question, now I'm thinking about that more personally because I'm dealing with my daughter who has just graduated and what's next for her. And, you know, what I say is there are a lot of reasons why the educational system is failing so many of our youth. And education is very, very important, but it is not the only way to go. Entrepreneurship is huge. And one of the things that I think that we need to get back to teaching our youth is being business owners and doing what they're passionate about that they can survive off of. But most of the time, if you are active in your calling, the money comes to you. And so if you need to go to school to do what your calling requires, then by all means go to school. But if you do not, why is it necessary for us to make our children feel that it's required for them to get into debt? Right now, we're looking at Betsy DeVoe's, ideas of the educational system as it needs to be, and it just doesn't work. We already know the education system is a cookie-cutter system that does not work for a lot of our students. And what my daughter is doing is not possible for everyone. And even now, I'm looking at the fact that she graduated, at 16 years old. She doesn't have scholarships flooding in, for her. And granted, she hasn't gotten her SAT scores back yet. She hasn't applied for many scholarships yet. But nevertheless, there are a lot of people that don't have a lot of privileges, and they need options. So I think it's a good topic that we're discussing today. But what is next? What is next? And I think that letting our kids know that there are a lot of options out there for them to be successful in, and for them to feel good about themselves, and for them to feel like they don't have to struggle to survive, especially if we encourage them in their natural gifts and their natural talents and interests. And I think that one of the examples is of having options is like what my co-host's daughter is doing in the training program that she's in. And then just looking at what's in your community, what's in your area, because there are a lot of other options outside of the traditional careers and the traditional college plan. I think that there are a lot of options. I'm not saying that education is not important, but I think that we need to start giving our kids more options and feeding and encouraging our kids in things that they're passionate about and showing them how they can make that a career.
Okay. I was just thinking about what you were saying, and I do agree. But like, what would you tell your child? Okay, she's graduating 16. Well, what if she say, "Mom, I don't want to go to college"? She's 16 years old. What would her choices be?
She need to go get her project.
If my daughter is 15 years old and she graduated mature enough to set those types of goals and accomplish them, then I would assume that she would have another idea that she wants to pursue, and I want to know what that idea is. And I would support her in her dreams. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Danny.
you.
Yes, we can hear you, Danny. Hold on, Danny. We got a comment.
Well, I guess I work in education as well, and one of my big things is, as parents, oftentimes what we do, and I'm proud of your baby too for graduating at 16. But what we do is we set unrealistic expectations for our children. So I have both of my kids are very smart, but neither one of them are athletic. My son says that he told me that he wanted to play football, and I told him I didn't think that would be a good idea because he's not athletic. So that's what happens. So if you have a child that's good with their hands, don't push them to go off to college, because that's not what they enjoy doing. If they want to do hair, if they want to make cabinets, or install flooring, it's okay. People are very successful at those things. But if they want to become a journalist, then let them go off and major in English. So I guess that, that's kind of a big thing for me, because parents don't meet their children where they are. They oftentimes want to live vicariously through them. And so you set them up for failure when you do that. So that's all I think.
No, I think that's good. And an important part of that is having that conversation early. She talked about options. Well, it's important that you share those options early on, so it's not that you have a child that's now 16, 17, 18. It's like, okay, now you're asking the question, what's next? I think, like you said, that comes from identifying what they're good at early on and now pushing them in that direction. And that's why programs like C4 Mentoring is so important, because it opens and it exposes, which is a key word, exposure. A lot of our kids are not getting the exposure that they need to a lot of these options that we talk about.
So you definitely want to get it early, so we won't end up needing
construction.
And
let me just add to that. One of the things that I think I heard was that education begins early.
Yeah.
And because I look at everything begins at home, whether we want to take it or not, or whether we want to believe it or not, most of who we become starts from what happens at home, whether it's negative or positive. And if you have negative experience, you're going to take that out. If you've got positive experience, you're going to take it out, and then you have to make a decision what you want to do with it. But I think, again, education begins at home. The traditional things that we learn in school in many cases are never even applied in real life.
And that's what my daughter is going through. They eliminate a lot of things that's going to be obsolete that she will not need.
That's right.
She's doing straight core classes, where she's going to be at.
And she'll never use much of the stuff that she learns. But I also know, too, if you want to put it from a biblical perspective, train up a child in the way that he should go, and when he gets older, he will not depart from it. And I think that really speaks to, we have to see what a child's skills are, what their passions are.
Right.
My child, when he was in school, didn't color in the lines. And I remember the teacher coming back to me and saying, Ms. Lane, your child is not coloring in the lines. And I said, and why does my child have to color in the lines?
Right.
Because that was the expectation.
Well, you like that, don't you?
I never colored in the lines. I do stuff outside.
And that's really what many of our children are doing now, but we look at it as not being the correct way, when in actuality we ought to look at it and say, no, they don't want to color in the lines. That's why many of our entrepreneurs are doing what they're doing, because they did not choose to color in the lines. So when the question is, school is over, what do we do now? I guess we really just need to take a look at what our children want to do and where their passions are and where their gifts and talents are, because that's where their money's going to come from.
Woo!
You better.
Go ahead, Clint.
No, I think everybody's really hitting on it. They're talking about home, they're talking about family, because the truth is we really put too much pressure on a 17, 18-year-old kid to, right after high school, to determine what they're going to do for the rest of their lives. Like, it really takes that family unit to really help them assess their skills, decide what you want to do. I really believe that you shouldn't set foot on the college campus unless you know what you want to be. You've already determined why you're going, because the truth is it costs too much to hang out. You know? There's cheaper places to have fun. But that's just the bottom line. But really the importance of the family, the groups, the community really to help kids. Kids should be graduating high school and then trying to discover.
They should already know. Like her daughter, my co-host daughter, she's 16, knows she wants to be a gynecologist. Go for it. You know what you want.
That's one of the things we try to focus on, is like try to find, and it takes time. You really got to be involved with kids, with your child, or with, in our case, we mentor them and talking to them, see what they just enjoy doing outside of just the video games. We know they enjoy doing that, so we still do that too, because you never know, you might have the next future game developer or whatever the case may be, depending on how involved they are with it. But just being in tune with what they are interested in at a young age, those interests then turn into passion. Those passions turn to purpose. It's a gradual progression to that point where you find purpose. Purpose is not necessarily something that happens when you're in 12th grade and you graduate and you figure out what it is. But you should let your kids know that it's a gradual process. Like, you need to, whatever they're interested in, you need to be putting them in front of that as much as possible, and cultivating those skills and those talents, and hopefully they'll turn one day into a passion, something they get up and they just do just because they love doing it. And then they won't see themselves doing anything else, and then hopefully they'll find a way to monetize that passion and turn it into purpose.
Okay. I think a lot of parents are
and that Mike D.
Come on in, we family.
Okay. I think a lot of parents are forgetting that it takes a village, and too often the parents are fighting the teachers. So you might see what the child is passionate about, but like you were saying before, parents don't want to hear it because I want my child to play football, I want my child to play basketball, and they might not have the skills to do that, but they might be very good at math and science, and you're trying to explain to the parents what you see this child's passions, what he could become or she could become. And too often we as an educator, I'm being fought by parents who don't want to hear what I have to say. You know, I know you know your child, but hey, I'm with him 8 hours in a day. I pretty much see them more than you see them. You know, you come home and feed them and give them their bath and put them to bed. But I've been here listening all day. I've been the teacher, the mother, the father, the nurse, whatever it is that they need.
It's so much more.
Right? So, I mean, a lot of times you need to stop and listen. Be open. Be receptive. So, you know, like I said, and in this age, we have more technology. You can become rich off creating an app.
Yes, ma'am.
But I had parents this year fighting me, I don't want to download homework off the internet. You need to send home a sheet. Well, we're in technology. What do you mean you don't want to? We don't have the internet, but you have a phone.
Right.
Yeah, you have internet on your phone. You can take a screenshot of this homework sheet, but you being fought for simple things.
Making it difficult.
Making it difficult.
They want to blame you.
For everything.
Yeah.
Everything. His room is dirty. That's your fault. You know what?
I know what you're saying.
You gave too much homework he couldn't clean up.
Exactly.
Shout out to all the educators because y'all truly go through a lot. And shout out to all the parents that's involved.
I think too, when you got a kid that loves playing sports and stuff like that, it's nothing wrong with letting them play sports. They need to learn how to be disciplined when it comes to physical activities and learn how to maintain their bodies and stuff at a young age, because when you get older it's harder. You never learned that at a young age. I think that's one of the good things that came out of sports for me. It taught me how to control and be disciplined about, you know, exercise and things of that nature.
Yeah.
But at the same time, don't make your child one dimensional. You know, every athlete, you know, they have to have something else to fall back on, be it communications or if it's real estate or if it's something. Tell them, all right, you do this in order for you to play ball, find something else also. We'll do both of them together.
Yeah.
And it can happen, you know, and then they'll find passion and love for the sport, and you never know, even though they may not be talented enough to go to the next level and play that sport, they may find a different lane. They may be a coach, it may be something else. You never know, but don't.
They may be the owner of the team. How about that?
And see, here's the thing with sports and the black community. We're teaching or we're telling our kids, you're going to go to the NBA, you're going to go to the NFL, but the percentages of those players that actually go to the NBA and NFL are so small until, again, we're setting unrealistic expectations for our kids. And I agree. I didn't play sports. I was in the marching band, but that's where all my discipline came from. So I believe in kids being involved in extracurricular activities, but at the same time, we need to make sure that their expectations are realistic. I don't want everybody to think that they're going to go to the NBA or NFL because it's just not going to happen. Right? So, and there's a way for you to tell them that without questioning their dreams. So.
All right, Mr. Victor.
I got one last introduction.
Okay. Who here?
Listen, man. Y'all talking about it. Y'all keep saying his name. This young man goes into high school and mentors young men, and he has a mentoring program that's called Low.
Living out a dream.
Live out a dream.
But I told him he come sit next to me.
Hold on. The man showed me a mini movie he did today down at Railroad Park. Man,
what you did, Low?
Living out a dream.
Bless his heart, y'all. Young entrepreneur right here.
Ain't Low so cute?
Courtney, come get him.
And I want y'all to know that the future is bright because this is a young man that's already reaching back and giving back. He was going to grab the mic, but I want to give you this grand introduction.
Man, Jack,
living out a dream. Low, I present the song and introduce the other.
Come on,
Jack
Jack.
Miller.
All right.
That's my dude there, man. I'm so proud of this young man.
Me too. I'm very proud of him
for this special.
He had to shut the show down.
Man, that's Low. That's the future.
I showed him a video that really touched me.
And
I'm pretty sure if everybody else watched it, it would touch you too.
I made every intern stop what they were doing. We had to go in a meeting room. Y'all need to watch this.
Okay, so tell us about it. Come on with it.
But first off, everybody that's in the room walking in purpose, they're living their dream right now. So I just want to encourage everybody down in the room to keep living their dream. Whatever your dream is, your purpose is that God gave you, keep living it because He didn't give it to you for no reason. Shout out to C4 man and everything that he's doing.
In that mic check.
Opportunity to do my first keynote
Get on
speech.
Lavelle.
And, that was huge. I always remember that. And
take that with you. Thank you for Mr. Vic for always allowing me to be on the panel.
This ain't Mr. Big Show.
I swear. I swear.
I'm sorry, and D&D Live all the way in California. Thank you for letting me be on the show. But I just did a video. We walked around Railroad Park and we was just asking people where they're living their dreams. And a lot of people said yes. A lot of people said I'm on the road to living my dreams. And the funny thing is we caught them in the act. If they was working out, if they was practicing, or if they was jogging, or whatever they was doing, we caught them in the act of actually living their dream. So we just put it in a documentary and made it a movie. And I also just gave words of encouragement at the end.
Better.
And I'm 24 years old, and I'm the freshest one probably out of high school, and we missing that the most in school. The things that they taught me was not interesting at all. I would go to school and just worry about how fly I can be, or how many girls I can talk to, or long as I didn't wear the same shoes in the same week. That's all I wore. That's all I cared about. And we miss that so much. So that's why I go back into the schools and just let the kids know that it's more than just going to college. You can be a business owner, you can be a dancer, you can be whatever it is that you're good at, you can be it. I feel like if you put that hard work in, you can be anything, you know, that you
Shante, we live.
want to do, man.
Oh, ain't nothing incriminating me though. I ain't running for nothing.
But that's missing in the schools so much. That's why people like C4 have to go in there, we have to go in there, D-Read, everybody have to go into the school and let the kids know that it's more to than what just the school system is exposing them to.
That's right.
And I think too, that's a challenge for everybody that's listening. Regardless of what your occupation is, it's important that young people see that it's possible. A lot of times, you know, they're told you can be whatever you want to be, but when you're confined to four walls, like think about it, if you're living in a ghetto and all you see
the ones
is
that made
poverty,
it out, they owe it back to them.
Exactly.
They owe it back so they can see that it can happen.
They think that they don't owe it back.
They do.
They think that, well, I did it.
Come on,
and
get it out.
This is something that frustrates me because people, you know, you have these billions of dollars, and yes, I
Right.
said billions. I know that this is not an actual term, but there's so much that you can do. I mean, I was talking to a friend of mine, and he was like, you know, what are you going to do to give back? I was like, well, I try to go out to the schools to spend at least an hour a week. He was like, an hour? Is that all you give? I said, well, how long you go and stay at the school? Well, I don't have, well, I'm talking about my hour a week that I give back. So, but that's what I'm saying. Anything that you do, my hour a week that I go and spend with those girls at that school, they look forward to that 1 hour. That 1 hour just brightens their day. I mean, it's just, they love to see me coming, and they just talk. And so that's the thing. You have millions of dollars, and here you are panhandling nickels and dimes to half of a 501c3 foundation. You get kickbacks off that nonprofit, and you're not doing anything else. You think because you started a nonprofit and you built a football camp, oh, well, you know, I'm giving back to the community. No, that's not giving back. We need much more. Our kids need much more. They deserve much more. And they're not being held accountable. We're still buying their tennis shoes. We're still buying their clothes. And they're still not pumping no dollars in our community, in the community.
And we need to stop.
And we need to
quit.
Because
we all know it's the truth.
Okay, Veronica, well spoken. J.M. Harris said that.
Who is Jay?
Veronica.
Oh, what's up? What's up, Jermaine?
Jermaine. Oh.
All right, Veronica. Very, very passionate. But I feel that though.
Let me ask you, just put something in there that's a little different, and that is that I'm looking at it from a different perspective, and that is.
Hold on, Danny.
I'm looking at it from a different way, and that is that it's not just the people who have money that owe it back. It's really all of us.
Ooh.
Everybody.
But I think one of the problems is that unlike this gentleman right here who just talked about how he didn't get anything from school and all of that, many of us unfortunately don't dream anymore. Many of us who are older adults don't dream anymore. So we can't give it back. We can't give back to the kids what we don't believe we can do. And so sometimes it's about not just the kids or the young people. It's about building adult dreams again, believe it or not, because some of us have lost such faith in what we thought we could be. It's just putting us into a whole nother situation. So we can't give back what we don't have.
And that's something that I was preaching about not too long ago with my mentors and just with my boys, period. And I agree with you about being realistic, but it's a point in time where that realism needs to hit that child. When they're young, they need to dream beyond the moon, the stars, everything. Yes. But there's a point in time where you got to have a real conversation.
Most definitely.
But to that point, it's like right now our kids, like they're so faced with the reality. They get dose reality every wake and turn. They're not even capable of processing the dream.
Right.
You telling them that the hood is hard and you got to do whatever you got to do to make it. And like you 13, 12 years old. What do you mean do whatever you got to do? You got drugs on your feet. You know
Okay, hold on, Lavelle. Let me let Janelle come in. Come on, Danny.
I just wanted to also mention that, you know, just piggybacking on adult dreams and some of that. Also, in addition to that, we can't give what we don't have. A lot of it comes back down to our voting. A lot of it comes back down to who we put in office and the laws that we do not participate in on a local level. But mainly because, you know, you think about what resources are available in your community to your children. And I'm thinking about Baltimore, Maryland, and what's going on in Maryland, and schools are closing in Maryland. There's education that's just not available. Teachers are quitting, schools are closing. What do parents do? School in your neighborhood is closed, and the only other school you can send your kids to was already overfull. What do you do when you have that type of education crisis? Are you still going to tell your children that education is the only way to go? What do you do when you have issues that are affecting our children's education because of what we are doing and what we are not doing on an adult level?
See,
Get that mic.
I blame that on the voters for
the lack of
or the lack of, because what has happened is in the 60s we had our grandparents that were, I mean, blood, sweat, and tears, literally. Yeah. Blood, sweat, and tears to get us the right to vote.
Right here.
And so now I have people in my ear talking about your vote doesn't count. That's the biggest bunch of crap I've ever heard before in my life.
Y'all know Veronica got a law degree too. Can't y'all tell?
we have a president that is not a people's president. Now, and I'm not going to say that because he's a Republican. He's put a multi-millionaire, if not a billionaire, over the education department.
That don't have a clue.
She doesn't have a clue. How is she going to relate to education when she does not have a clue about what is really going on?
Nothing about the public school.
She doesn't understand. She doesn't know. So that's part of, you know, they call it adulting. That's part of the adulting. We as adults failed our kids when we neglected to go out and vote in this last election. So I'm going to offer this charge to each and every adult. When the midterm elections come around, we need to make sure that we vote so we can at least obtain control of the House and the
Okay,
Senate.
let me say this. Let me jump in on that. We cannot do anything on a national level when we can't take care of home.
You
Come on.
Home first. Because what's going on in our school system and all them schools that done fail, only 3 of them passing. Come on, it's a problem.
So tell them what D&D Live finna do about it. Tell them about your voter registration
Oh,
drive.
I already started the voter registration drive for all the candidates. I don't care. We need a new mayor. We need some new leadership. We need some new school board people. We need some new district people in. We need to do that.
So what D&D Live is doing, they say only 22% of the city of Birmingham
22%.
came out and voted in the last election.
That's crazy.
So we have a voter registration drive going that we partner with Miles College and Lawson State, where we're going out to the communities where 78% are that did not vote. And we're going out registering people.
And you'll be surprised how many people are not registered to vote. Just fill the paper out. I remember.
We have already provided the media for one of the mayoral debates, and we have another one coming. I just talked to a particular person on this panel tonight. I ain't gonna get a name out. That's finna help us with this next voter registration, this next mayoral debate. We already have the location, which is also in one of the neighborhoods where 78% did not come out and vote. D&D Live needs everyone's support on this panel. If you're just coming out helping
Can't
us
get mad
sign
at the
people
president
up,
with your own city family.
helping us register people, you know. I'm a biblical person. He says, reach, teach, and baptize throughout the world, beginning in your own communities. I feel like the same way with the vote and making your vote count. If we can change things in Birmingham, then we can change things in Alabama.
Birmingham
If you
should have
change
never
it in
got to the level
Alabama,
that it is
you change
now.
it in the South. You change it in the South, you change it in the Southeast. And you move one section at a time. You know me, the plug, connecting people and information around the world. One download at a time.
Download at a time. I got a comment on my Facebook thing too.
We ain't got the feed read yet.
We
I got
got
a feed read. Okay. I ain't gonna be able to go back up.
we got to make sure that
You got that many?
we got Chris Woods coming out from there.
I started over.
Okay.
D. Reed,
D.
District
Reed
2.
going for District 2. We got to make sure we educate our people at all weights and turns. You know, in every
Every
way,
vote counts.
face to face, printed media, social media.
That's right.
The way that you market is the way that you should be trying to educate your people the same way. Dual approach. Because I mean, there's so many of us that even if we get them out there to vote, are they voting with a certain level of understanding? You know what I'm saying? So we do need to get them out there voting. Period. I know that's definitely what we need to do. Get them to the point where they even care about voting. But still, what are you voting on? Do you know who you really voting for? You voting for somebody that just came and shook your hand and you knew that you recognized their name? I think a lot of times that's what we do.
And
that's sad, but if one of the candidates go out and shake a hand, they feel something.
That power
the
that
other
you
ones
have,
don't.
that power that you have of voting is strong. Like you really need to know, like, if you tell me that you're gonna do something, I want to hold you to it. Because we live in this thing. When I see you again, you're not doing that. And my thing is, that vote is power. I want to take that back.
They all promise
what
everything.
But if I'm just giving it just because you came out and shook my hand, where's the real power lie?
But the thing, that's the thing in Birmingham. The city of Birmingham, we vote on name recognition.
That's it.
It's name recognition. Whoever is the most popular candidate,
They love the name drop.
They love the names. Whoever's the most popular candidate is going. I mean, that's just the truth of the matter. Whoever's the most popular, especially with the older people, that's just what they do. If they've known a person or they've been around for an extended period of time, that's just who they're going to vote for. I mean, I don't know what we can do to change that, but
let's say you all get new blood in Birmingham. We have the best mayor, we have the best school board ever. What are you going to do about the parents? Because I still have people don't have school supplies, but they have on the new Jordan. I still have children walking in. You weren't here yesterday. You have an excuse. Oh no, my mama said I had to go get my hair done yesterday. That's why I wasn't here. So I'm just saying, you can have the best of everything. You still got to take it back down to the ground level. Don't complain about Bessie DeVos. Don't complain about the mayor. Don't complain about the school board until you take it to the bottom level. Because you have the best of the best. Because we have...
See, D&D Live has dissected all of that, baby. We know the parents is at fault too.
But
We know it's like a chair. It's like a chair. The student, the parent, the teacher, and then all as a community. If one of those legs don't work, that chair not gonna hold up.
Because you know they're going back to separate the schools.
I know. Gardendale already did it.
We talked about it.
So they're getting separate but equal. So you have beautiful schools just like they have beautiful schools. But what are you
They don't
doing
want
in your
us there.
beautiful
Them test
schools?
scores coming down. They not getting their funding like they used to. Get them out of there.
One second. We got Clinton, then we got a break.
Okay, come on, Clint. Then we got to go on break.
All right. Yeah, I think y'all really hit on something when you just started discussing the really low voter turnout in the city among adults and adults not having dreams, and really what that is just apathy. As people just really starting to believe that they don't have what it takes to affect change in any way, so they give up. And what that does is that translates to the children, and you have children really going through the school system, but they don't truly see themselves as successful. And really my father, this is something he really gets passionate about, and his kind of approach to our education issue. He wants to really bring back in the trade schools into the schools and really the high schools, and also open that up for 18 to 24-year-olds as well. But what that does, we're not looking to introduce them to anything. We want them to leave the trade school with a certification that allows them to go and get a livable wage when they're finished. Because just looking back, like we've gone around, we've talked to several people that graduated these trade programs that were in the city of Birmingham, in the high schools, and they left, went to work for Alabama Power, went to work for as auto mechanics, and they're still doing those jobs today. Those guys are retiring from those places off of what they learned in high school. And I think that's important, just to have options, just to expose kids to different things so that they can, when they're leaving, they're more prepared. You know, well, I want to do this. This is what I want to do. I want to be an electrician. I want to be a plumber. And all those are fields where you can make more money. There, truth be told, an experienced electrician is making more money than college graduates. Yeah. And I think it's just being knowledgeable about what you want to do.
College graduate don't mean nothing. You can be unemployed with a PhD.
Right.
So, I mean, I think that's the biggest piece, is really just engaging these kids. We have to make sure that every kid in the school sees themselves as succeed. If you don't believe that you can do something, you're not going to try.
That's that thing right there when we discuss hopelessness in the city, in the communities, all 99 communities. Man, it's sad. We got to go on break. D&D Live, the voice of the people.
I got something to say when we come back.
Because I go there about
I know, that's why I had to break y'all. But all y'all was ready. Listening on it and just marinate on that.
Okay. 7 minutes. Okay. I got something to say when we come back.
Yeah. Click.
We here, okay? We on break right
Yes,
now.
ma'am.
Bianca, you was ready for this topic tonight.
But I agree. We gotta get the parents on board.
You know, we always
We gotta create a situation where it's feasible for the parents to participate in life. So some of these schools, and my kids go to Alabama, they're not in one district. But you got parents in that school system that have flexibility to be in school all day. Their mom to be there all day. But my thing is, they have financial means where they may be stay-at-home moms. You have more stay-at-home moms that can bring up, they feed kids, they come and read, do all those different
on our
things.
side of town, you don't have that. You might just have a mom.
Right. My thing is, remove the excuses, and then that point then start.
And here's the thing too, it does take a village. I was talking to this parent whose children are in the hoover, and he was just talking about how involved they are. Now, we don't, I mean, last week I worked no more than 80 hours, but he didn't let that stop him from picking his kids or taking them to practice or whatever they did. So he definitely tried to work those excuses. And, you know, we have different men that are available or different women that, like, they have to be willing to take in, you know, 2 kids. Like, these may not be your kids, but because they go to school with their kids, like, that whole village piece is what's missing.
You gotta understand that we have within our country, we got so many single parents.
Yeah, you can't tell nobody.
We got so many single parents that they don't necessarily have the ability. You know what I'm saying? You got a single mother that may have multiple kids. She may not have the ability to be at the schools and be at the parent-teacher conferences and things. That's one of the things we pride ourselves on, is being able to go to the school and talk to the parents and teachers on behalf of the parents, trying to relay the information back. And when she may have be able to come into the school maybe 2 times a whole year just because of us, because she may get off one job, get a couple hours sleep, and run to another job. You know what I'm saying? Just to make ends meet.
Just to make ends meet.
You know what I'm saying? So we got a lot of different issues that go on within our community. And like you say, it takes ability. We need more people to kind of step up.
We need a lot of people
kind of help facilitate those roles. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody plays a role.
And be sympathetic and not be judgmental.
Here's the thing though, even though you have the rate of lack of, I mean, we got people out here that have there's a lot of molestation. So whereas when we were growing up, it was okay. Like the neighbors would take us to the store or take us to. Now parents are a little bit more hesitant to send their kids with the coach or with the neighbors.
And we vote right. We get the right people in places that will vet proper programs and make sure they got the proper resources and stuff like that. Then like with C4, what we did on our own, we had no resources, but we still wanted to protect the children, so we make sure that every person that's a part of our program goes through the CAN register. Make sure they went through the child abuse and neglect register to make sure there's nothing out there that's out there to start with. And my thing is, we have females involved with our program as well, so they look at things totally different than just a male. You know, we'll come on, load all the kids up. We got girls and boys, everybody. But they're like, wait a minute, don't do that. You gotta make sure, call a parent, check on this, do that. And we need it, because again, it takes a village. You know, we say we work with boys, like, no, load them all up. No, be mindful. You got to do things a certain type of way. Whatever type of responsibility it takes, you'll do that. But if you got the right people in office, the right resources can be allocated, and you'll get more programs starting to sprout up. You know what I'm saying? Non-profits, I was just went to that thing yesterday, they was talking about non-profits get 2% of the GDP. The gross domestic 2% from what profit business is non-profit business? 2%. If you raise that up just 1%, it's a life-changing thing from a non-profit organization standpoint. And my thing is, nobody really cares. You know what I'm saying? Because the minority is being affected. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta care.
I think it's so much. There's so much on people, on adults, and even me in my age to handle their responsibilities. So we're not even thinking about chasing the dream. We're thinking about paying bills and making sure handling our responsibilities. Because you know, when I asked my mom the same thing, what happened? Like, why you didn't reach that level of success? Well, it's my decisions that I made, or I'm just trying to take care of y'all. And so we parents and everybody get so caught up in, you know, just work, staying afloat, that we're not even worried about the dream anymore. We're not even worried about that child. We're worried about, you know, making sure.
That's why what we do is so important, bro. Because like when these kids get into that lane where they so focused on being who they meant to be in life, you got time to get somebody pregnant or get pregnant. You know what I'm saying? You focus on what you going.
It's really about how bad you want to start that non-profit, how bad you want to be.
We're going to shift it though. I know Shirley Lane is
about how bad it's about what you going. How bad parents should really put it to the side and take care of you.
You just lack of bad.
Going back to his stars at home. It does.
30 seconds.
30 seconds, guys.
And only 1% made on my own. So it's
15 seconds.
That's 866-657-8521.
Okay, everybody, we are back. Moving on to another segment. Wonderful discussion. We'll touch back on that next week. Anyway, shout out to the Dubs. Y'all know I had to do it. That's right. 2017 champions. I'm speaking into existence. He can be that. I don't know who said he was a king, but anyway, you can't win by yourself. It's a team.
You were right about that.
You gotta be a team. Anyway. D&D Live is back, y'all. Live in the studio. Shout out to Bradley Lewis, the Plug Radio Network. Wonderful opportunity.
Air Force One.
That's right. C4 in the building. Low, living out a dream. D. Reed running for District 2. Cast your vote.
August 22nd.
Making a change, baby.
Oh, that's your birthday?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday in advance.
Clint Woods representing Chris Woods, mayor candidate. He will be in the studio live next week. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am. Change has come.
Okay, change is coming to Birmingham. Now, we must hear from women under construction.
Tell me what you want me to tell you about women under construction.
Tell me about your
other than we are all under construction, that included.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Dive in.
All right. Just a little bit about Women Under Construction. Women Under Construction is a program that we started several years ago, probably 3 or 4 years ago now, from the At Home Foundation. And basically what that does is we do programs for, we started out, I think we wanted originally 50 women. We now serve 350 women for every event that we have. And basically what it is it's teaching women home repair, but really teaching them how to repair their lives. And I think it's really important just because, and I'm sure it's important just because of the things that we've gone through as women. In many cases we try to patch things up, and I use different types of tools to talk about that. If you know anything about paint, you know that when you use paint, it's a concealer and it covers things up. Well, how many times are we in makeup and clothes and heels, but what's broken is really what's inside. And so Women Under Construction really allows us the opportunity to teach a practical skill, but also teach a practical life piece. I talked a little bit about we were in the, I guess you could call it the green room. We were talking over the chicken, and we were talking about the fact that
the chicken do it every time.
Like our chick, shout out to the chicken. But what we're talking about is we did a program where we gave all of the women plungers and Drano, and we taught them how to fix a sink. But then we taught them how to become unstoppable. And that's our biggest thing in this place. Yes. And so even when, as Victor was talking about the washing machine, are you in the spin cycle of life? And so all of the programs that we do really teach women not only the home repair piece, but how to build their lives, their relationships, and who they are as women. And I think one of the things that we were talking about in the beginning is we teach women how to dream again. Because it's very difficult, and I think we were talking about single women, it's very difficult to put a dream in your child's heart when you have lost yours.
Amen.
And no matter how old you are, the women that come to our programs are 18. I think our oldest person was in her 80s that came. And again, you never are too old or too young to dream, but because there's so much going on, we deal with abuse, we deal with breast cancer, we deal with medical issues, we deal with financial issues. We are broken. Yeah. But the time is now for us to build one another up. Even as women, we claw each other down. Yes, we're so busy talking about her hair and her clothes and her house and her man.
I needed you for women empowerment.
Right now, I am.
When we talk about that stuff, when we talk about that stuff, we're really breaking other women down, and what we need to be doing is building them up. So that's really what Women Under Construction is all about. And one of the things that, just a little bit of a story for me, part of the reason why I started at home with Shelley, was because when I was divorced, unfortunately, I went through a really, really hard time. My husband walked out. I was with a 6-year-old at the time. I went to go fix my air conditioning because I couldn't afford it at the time to have my HVAC fixed. So I went to Walmart thinking, okay, I can get this thing fixed. I looked at all the things that were going on in Walmart in terms of the air conditioning units, didn't know what to do. The associate came over to me and said, okay, you can pick this one and this one is fine. He left and I fell on the floor in tears because I thought, when I get home, there's nobody to help me to put that air conditioner in. And so from that point on, I said, I don't want another woman to have to go through what I went through. And I was writing a column at the time for the Birmingham Times. It was called I Cried in Walmart. And basically the women just poured in and said, Shelley, I know what you're going through. I know what that's like. And so from then, we started talking about everything from termites to toilet flappers and how to fix those things, but really we related it to women's lives. So that's what Women Under Construction is all about.
That's awesome. Okay, so how do you
get involved?
Yes.
We have
I got some areas.
Okay.
Don't judge me.
And listen, don't we all?
I'm just saying, I got some areas that need to plunge.
My wife is fixing stuff around. I had a pen.
And you know what? That's true too, because we do try to do that. We work with Home Depot. We work with Habitat for Humanity. We're getting ready. We just received a grant from the UAB Health Initiative, and we're going to be doing a program called the Willa Project. It's a little girl, and it's called What I Learned at Home, the Willa Project.
Okay.
And we'll be helping 26 women to learn how to do home repair, and then we teach them the parallels of life. But at the end of the program, we will give them, for going into their homes, we will give them a whole room that's furnished, or we'll give them washing machine and a dryer or a refrigerator.
Yeah.
Something as incentive to say you learned not only how to repair that piece, but how to repair your home.
Well, I have areas, but I want to be
Okay. Well,
we can work on areas one-on-one.
Okay. All right. Well, there's a couple of ways that you can get involved. You can look at the athomewithshelley.com website. At home.
Look right here.
At Home with Shelley website, athomewithshelley.com, and you can take a look at that. It shows you some videos and things like that. And basically, if you look at that, you'll learn how to get in touch with us. You can give us a phone call. You can even call me directly. We'll tell you how to get involved. Our next event is not until October. but we will probably have between 300 and 350 women that will attend that event.
Well, we'll love to have you back on and keep
We'd
on.
love to
Yes.
come.
Shelley.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Oh.
Okay.
I get excited.
Oh, you get excited? Okay,
Yes.
Good. Oh, we also have a way for men to get involved as well.
Get him.
Yeah, we do. Okay, and what we do at our events, and it's really neat, is we have construction workers, men, who come and pamper the ladies at the events, because we are always the servers.
Oh, I'm good at that now.
We serve the
I can work on the toe.
So we have men who come and they're
We got a few guys in the
Hold
studio. I
up,
think
hold
it'll
up.
be good.
We got the camera rolling.
Yes,
So-
it's wrong.
Yes.
Here we go.
Come on.
The fellas from C4.
Huh?
Nothing but men.
Nimble
We
men.
need to
I
have
see
them
we got some
come.
educators here.
That's
Awesome.
right.
We need some help.
Yes. Okay.
So, can we trade out
Okay.
services for services?
I don't see why not.
We can definitely come help you out. We did that for the we just did something
For somebody.
Soul Food Sundays not too long ago. It was like a women's empowerment. But we can do that.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
We can do that.
My piece is to find vendors and sponsors for our organization. So maybe you would like to come and...
Wait, Dr.
Come on up here.
We need to be able to hear you, Dr.
Come on.
Come on.
Cause this is,
I like to get people on camera.
you know, D&D Live bridges the gap.
That's a living contract.
That's a contract. It's
My
mine.
piece is to find vendors and sponsors for our organization.
Mike, please.
So I'm saying maybe your organization might, if it's okay for Shelley, gotta pass everything through the bar.
Right.
That's right.
And you can come set up a table and maybe you could ask women to volunteer to come and tutor at your organization. Because I'm sure there are women who would love to get involved, but just don't know how to give back. There are people out there that would like to help out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that might be possible.
And that works too. And what we can also do as well is we have a group of women that we call journey women. And again, all of what we do has to do with construction terms. So we've got construction workers, we've got journey women, which would normally be journey men who are on the construction site. But those women are powerful women and they help out in the community. And so perhaps we can ask some of our journey women to be in contact with you to do just that. We'd love to do that.
Okay.
Bless him, Jesus.
This is the sweetheart, child.
On camera, I want you to know that Drea has done her job.
Woohoo!
She has gotten you a video sponsor. And the plug is donating whatever audio visual stuff is needed for your October event. And whatever the Plug Radio Network does not have, D&D Live, our socially conscious show that spearheads this for us as a network,
That's right.
will be there to provide support as well. We will have the cameras out. If you need a DJ, we will send a DJ out. If you need people taking pictures and setting up banners, we will partner with C4 and undergird those men over there and whatever you need from us.
Come on.
I just want to pledge it live right here
There it is.
on D&D Live. Bridging the gap, connecting people and information around the world.
That's right.
One download at a time.
Thank you. That is awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So when's the date, Shirley? We need to be in touch because you're going to have to come on the show at least once a month.
I would love to, and it's October 21st. We're still looking for our vacation. We're still we can do that too. We're looking for our location, and I will say this: part of the reason that we struggle with our location is because our numbers are growing out the roof.
Okay.
The amount of women that are coming now that are saying that their lives are being changed by what they're doing is growing, and so we are outgrowing every venue that we have started in. And so I'd love to
I got something for you
Come
too,
on now.
Shelley.
and I would love to come on if you all need me to talk to the women about a tool and about their life.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
we can do that once a month so that they can take one.
Talk to me later. I may have your venue.
Say that again.
Talk to me after the show. I may have your venue.
Awesome.
I saw.
All right. So that's wonderful.
Thank you.
Low living out right here on D&D Live. D. Reed, let's hear from you.
Well,
Tell the listeners, okay,
Yeah.
just real quick. You know, we have listeners that's across the world, 197 countries we're reaching right now. They're hearing you talk. So some of them are not really, they don't know what a council member, what do you do?
Right. So, and we talked about that education piece and informing people. And I think for a very long time, especially in Birmingham, a lot of people aren't informed on what your city councilor does. They handle the legislative part, so they make the laws. What your mayor does, that's the executive branch, so they carry out the laws. And even with this race, it's just been so important because young people need to see other young people getting involved and running for these offices so that they know your vote counts, your voice counts. And once you get started, because a lot of times that's the hardest part, just getting started, and just know that if God has called you to something, he will provide everything that you need. So and I was telling some of the interns, like, relationships are so key, because I look back on my journey and a lot of the people that I've built relationships with over the past few years are coming in and they're making donations and contributions and not just monetary, but just with their time and their resources and connections. So it's just been an amazing experience, and I tell anybody that God is truly faithful. And we talked about it, but I want everybody to be informed on who you're voting for. Don't just go because you heard of this person or this person showed up at your doorstep, and know their track record. Know what they've done 5 years ago, because a lot of times your work will speak for you. I think it's important that we don't just have people that have showed up on the scene because it's election time, but for me, you need to have been working. Like, I need to know that you've been out here in the field and, you're connected and you know the issues and the concerns of the people. So on August 22nd, we're pushing everybody to get out and vote.
That's right.
Woo! Yep. Future Councilwoman, District 2. Councilwoman.
You better say it, Mrs. Councilwoman.
So this has been good, and early on we talked about trust in the process, and even hearing Shelly's story and just where she started and how she had to go through that. But if she had not went through that, chances are she would not have been at this table. So just embracing just everything that you go through in your life experiences, and how that ultimately pushes you to your purpose. So even with you, D, saying that you stepped out on faith, I know that this is only the beginning. This is only the setup for a come up that's in store for you.
Girl,
so I just appreciate you for having me out.
Everybody touch.
Yes.
Touch and agree on that one.
Agree right now. No, but this has been good. This has definitely been good, and I appreciate the opportunity to come on and share.
I've been trying to get you on here for a minute, girl.
Yeah.
And we're going to have you back.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Yep.
That's awesome. Shout out to all the panelists tonight.
Well, let me expand the room.
And I want to give a shout out to Brother Sims, the Plug Radio Network, the interns that Mr. Victor has been working with. They did a digital diary on him yesterday, his meet and greet, and it was in the Highland Park community at a prestigious doctor's office.
Who, Rem Sims?
Yeah. Oh, listen, he may be the best kept secret of the election. We done been out to 2 of his meet and greet, and the 22% that came. Listen, the 22% that came out and voted, they was at everything he did. He may listen. If they don't get this 7-8%, he's finna blow them away.
Listen, shout out to Fernandez Sims. You're not gonna do him.
I'm telling you.
None of my candidates on this show.
Everybody
is fair and
we support everybody equally.
Right. He took over this show, didn't he?
Bless his heart.
You know you can't get a pastor, Mike. But Russ, hey, listen, we went to his meet and greets. And I'm telling you,
now I got
the 22%.
Did he answer the question?
Every last one of them at the meet and greet.
At the meet and greet.
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
Stop it. All right, next topic. Next topic.
D&D like, that's Shantae Renee. You get on
that's me. He's going to cry for me, though.
No, you got to get that cosign recording now. You got to get that cosign.
Oh, but before the morning now.
Okay.
All right.
You want to do the feed read, or do you want me to do an announcement?
Come on, Mr. Victor, with your announcement.
You can start the feed read.
No,
okay.
But you got to get a mic.
Okay. Well, keep talking. I need everybody help. Hold that.
Once again, I just want to shout out again all my guests that's here. Shelly Lane. Man, y'all doing some great stuff.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
That is such a blessing.
Thank you.
Oh, my God. I got some women I need to get
Bring
to
them.
you.
Bring them.
Ma'am.
Okay.
We want them.
Yes.
We want them.
I need everybody help with this.
A blessing.
See, let me just do a shout out
Please,
again
go
to
ahead.
the peanut gallery that's over there. Monica and Didria and Gwen, Carter Women Under Construction, representing with their shirts on. And
Hold on, let the camera get 'em. Come
let
on,
the camera
Ken.
get them.
Give me back here with the peanut
Just want to
gallery.
say thank you to the team. Can't do anything without them. Nothing.
I got a Victor.
Victor under construction. Watch your mouth. Know my dad riding them bikes in that bike hill. Do that.
Ladies, would you like to say anything?
He looking like who?
Mr. White.
Have enjoyed it.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Thank y'all. All right, announcement.
I'd like to thank everybody for coming. I would like to thank everybody that has been here. I need everybody in the room on the panel to help me out with something. Can you hold up the ticket that I gave you?
Okay.
Jack, can you span the room? If you are watching, listening, have listened or participated in D&D Live and you like what they do and what they stand for,
Almost a year now.
we need your support. We're coming up on our first annual gala,
Okay.
and it will be held at the Sheraton right as of now. We will be auctioning off 5 live male dates. They will be posted on the internet early in case you want to get your early
And
bid
they are
in.
all very, very.
Babe, I'm finna stop.
They are eligible.
Male dates.
Well, listen.
Don't-
Hold up.
Wait, this is a.
I got something for
lady
you.
show,
I'm
first of all.
confused.
Hold on, Clint.
The male date,
Confused
baby.
about one of the process.
That's a big hand on the belly, baby. You hear me?
Listen, for all the men who show up, we will be giving away a 42-inch free TV to go in your man cave
They go a
Lavelle.
million prize.
Or for all the couples, we'll be giving away a dinner for 2, a day at the spa. We will have a photographer on site where pictures will be free for digital download, or you can pay to take your copy home. Then all proceeds will go back to D&D Live. We will have live music, live dance performance, and a live comedian. We will also have a live praise dance performance. Now, these are early bird special tickets. They're going for $50. It is a small price to pay for what these women are doing, trying to bridge the gap and reach out. We need everybody's support. If you would like to get a table, there are table prices. Now, the kicker is $50 early bird special is really cheap. The next set of tickets will be $75, and the headliner for the gala will be worth the $75 in themselves.
Wow.
The headline performer is not listed in any of these things I have already named. But we are the Plug Radio Network.
When will we know the headline? Baby,
I'm-
I want to know.
I already know about what they doing.
I mean, I already got to style myself and look fine for these male.
Let me be clear. Let me be clear. What they got in store for the classic is going to be amazing. So if they got a headliner coming for this,
For just
they ain't
$50,
half-stepping.
y'all need to go
No,
on.
that's what I'm saying. If you, I would advise.
And it's gonna be more than that as well. You know, we're gonna have an honoree that we're gonna.
Oh yeah, we're gonna feed you, and it might not be chicken. It ain't gonna be chicken.
There ain't gonna be no chicken.
It ain't gonna be chicken and rice pilaf. It's gonna be a good one.
I'm going to be on the ballot for this male date. They don't take your
Ain't
applications
no date.
that
There's
day.
gonna be no date.
Listen, Mr. Burke is donating tuxedos, so pictures will be going up on the website soon if you want to get your early bidding in. All proceeds will go back to D&D Live. I just want everyone to know all proceeds from the gala will be sponsoring a 50-state tour. You have been hearing me talking about it since the moment we hit the app. 2 weeks after the gala is over, we'll be hitting our first state. We're going to visit 2 cities in each state, reaching out to male mentoring groups and reaching out to the people in the community, in the worst community in every state. We are truly trying to bridge the gap and give a voice back to the people, and we need your support. Hold your tickets up one more time.
Man, let me go and find my dress tonight.
That's
And,
right.
and Shantae, I already gave your mama a ticket. Tell her
You
I'm coming to
already-
get.
Your mama was the first one to buy one. Shout
She
out to
was.
Helen Payne.
Yeah, she played. She said I'd get my $50 later, but she said give me a ticket, Mr. Baker. Thank you all for my announcement.
It's truly a blessing. We've been doing this almost a year, and we started out, you know, with all
You don't
the
have to be on
shootings
that.
and the police killings
I'll
and
take
stuff
it.
with our black guys. And
Moms on a mission, right?
That's right. Moms on a mission, moving and activism. That's
All you gotta
us.
do is sign your
You
name
need to,
down.
Trying to bridge the gap, bring everybody, unite.
We need to announce loud, we need more donations.
I know.
Just before you leave, I'm gonna write your name down.
Yeah, we need more items for these trunk.
That's mine.
I know we don't get paid, but what's the way?
Okay, feed, read.
And I just want y'all to let y'all know, women under construction have just reserved 4 tickets. The ladies in the
Shut
back.
up! Look at God! Look at God!
God is good. We like to thank
Let's
you.
touch again, everybody.
Love my baby. Touch and agree.
That's
To
right.
all my friends, I'm gonna have y'all a brother-in-law.
It ain't too late to be on.
I know, it ain't not too late. It can be 6 men on there.
Going for the TV.
Going for the TV.
Now, if you want to be one of the male models, I can up the count now.
Oh,
Hey, ain't too
man.
late to put you down.
Clint got a ring on his left finger,
Yeah.
man. Just like,
Oh,
Been
he's
trying to
married.
have
Okay.
happily married 6 years coming up this month.
All right.
shout that out, Clint. Shout that out.
We off the market.
That's what's up. That's wonderful. Come on, Shantae Renee.
I want to pledge each and every one of you for the new ones that's on the panel. I have, I am the CEO of Deja King Foundation, where I sponsor high school students off to college. It was done in honor of my daughter Deja, who was born normal, but at the age of 6 months, she contracted pneumococcal meningitis, which left her with multiple disabilities. In 2015, she graduated from Spain Park. And I decided that.
But wait, you gotta tell them how they said she wasn't gonna make it.
I gotta go in on it.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
I know that, baby.
So God,
See,
yeah.
that old.
She was born normal. At the age of 6 months, she contracted pneumococcal meningitis. I took her to the hospital and they told me that she had an ear infection and they sent her home. I ended up taking her back to the hospital where they did the procedure of doing her a spinal tap. And she had pneumococcal meningitis. They gave her a life expectancy of 1 year and said that if she did more than what was expected, it would be a miracle. Well, a miracle, you know, I believe in God and not man. Because of her, I have a courageous attitude. I know how to love God unconditionally. I am who I am because of her. 2015, she graduated from Spain Park. And
High school.
Yeah, high school. And I would often find myself in August and July being depressed because I wanted her to be like the other kids, going to school and being excited and all of that. And I wanted her to march in 2015 because she had been with those kids since they were in elementary school. So they were all together and they all knew her. My intentions was only to bless one high school student off to college. But when I put it on social media, everybody kept saying, you know, I'll donate this and I'll do this and I'll do that. My first year, I ended up doing 5 students.
Wow.
My second year, I ended up doing 30.
30.
Wow. This year, I'm doing 16 students. And I only took my number down a little bit because I had an emergency surgery in February. So my body is still not like I want it to be because it takes a lot of work to do that. I have 125 volunteers that help me. It's very organized to the T. And it honestly, and I haven't disclosed this, but it honestly takes us at least $3,500 to $4,000 to sponsor one child. And I send them away with stuff that they'll need for their first year. Their first is like comforters, washing powder, sheets. I can tell you that they get enough stuff that my first year winners didn't have to buy anything, and they're going to get ready to go into their third year.
Literally.
So this year I have some big gifts that I'm giving away. We're giving away a TV. We're giving away a printer, a laptop, a refrigerator, a microwave. I went to Sprint yesterday. I got one of the wireless speakers. So I got wireless speakers that they're giving away. Mount Brook 2 weeks ago, we went to Mount Brook. One of the teachers at Mount Brook seen the story.
Unbelievable.
Joe Lockett, one of the writers on Joe Lockett, Antonio Boswell, wrote a story on me. He asked me maybe 5 or 6 questions, and he painted the picture of everything of my life and everything, you know, with Deja and everything. So Mount Brook got a hold to it, and when I tell you that they packed my van from the front to the back,
Yes,
no one could sit in there. No one could sit in there. We had a donation drive out here Friday and Saturday, and we collected a lot of stuff. But there's still more stuff that needs, you know, that we need for these children. I have 10 boys and I have 6 girls. So it's still a lot of stuff that needs to be done, and you know, to get them. So we have another donation drive that will be here June the 23rd and June the 24th that will be here. And the 24th we'll actually have a family day out here as well, and it'll be here at the radio station.
and I don't mean to challenge nobody, but Drea just showing out, right? She already donated to the David King Trump Foundation. She's been up to the station. She sent her stuff into the church through Miss Christie. She said, pray over before you get to her.
Actually, Drea, Christy and I are, we're texting back and forth right now because she said that she had somebody, and you're probably it, that wanted to help volunteer as well. And I do like a formal meet and greet with just the students and their parents only. So that way I can be a little personable with them. Because when they walk up to me next Sunday, what I'm going to say is, hey, you're Chelsea Cooper, and you graduated from such and such, and you're going such and such. The day of the party, I can't be personable like that because I'm here. I'm making sure this is done. This is done on a timely manner. And the only thing I can do to them, hey, how you doing? Take a picture with them real quick, and I'm gone. Right. But the meet and greet is very personable with them and their parents, and they get to meet Deja the day of. So that way I can go into in depth of her story and how God has blessed us and how my personal story is that I wanted to go to college, but I couldn't. And I often laugh with them my whole life. I went to Baby University because I was 19. So my world has been upside down, up, down. So I want them to know
needed construction.
It needed construction. And I did it, but I couldn't have did it. I couldn't have done it without God. That's right. You know, and having the willpower to do it, you know, on my own, that they have to know that there's glory after this, you know. So it's very personable, but I just talked to Christy, telling her about the meet and greeting with the volunteers and all that for next week.
Okay. That's wonderful.
See, D&D Live, we the bridge, connecting people.
That's right. That's the whole point. That's what we're here for. Bridging that gap, not just in law enforcement, even though they need that gap bridged as well.
They do.
Shout out to Detective Prevo.
Yes, we got a new show coming to Real Talk with the Popos.
That's right.
Y'all
right. It's real.
We got a Birmingham detective who's been in the force for 31 years, and he's at the point where he feels like it's time for him to speak out and have a voice. He joined the police force because he wanted to run for mayor, and he felt like you said, D, he needed to do the work first. Okay. And the job turned into a career for him, and before he knows it, 30 years that job out. But now he's visited the show, and he feels like God has laid it on his heart to do more. So we're going to set up a show where people can call in and get the real advice and the real insight from the police. We want them to know how they think, how they work, how they feel, so we can have a better chance to protect ourselves and make sure that everybody makes it home.
Because the common goal is to stay alive and make it home.
Ooh, Jesus.
On both parties.
They waiting on me.
That's right.
She cool.
All right, Chantel Renee, feed, read, if we can ever get to it.
Yeah, I ended my feed so that way we could do a little feed read. Hold on 1 minute.
Man, just so much uplifting women
I mean,
power
I got so many
going
comments.
on.
I got so many comments on here.
Well, who run the world? Let's just
women.
That's right.
Well,
I'm just saying.
I ain't saying that.
That's just my opinion.
Y'all outnumbered today.
Right, I got a wife.
It ain't just today, baby. Y'all outnumbered.
Listen, we so much on Wade ain't even saying that. Wade, I'm just gonna
Wade ain't saying nothing. How you doing, Wade Martin?
I'm doing fine.
Glad to have you.
Okay, I got one person, Bianca, that says the mama don't want to deal with the child. They just want to collect. I guess that's when we were talking about the child support issue.
Oh, wow.
Which is true. We have David Brown. Even with the voting, people say one thing when they get in office and do something totally different or do nothing at all.
And I will say this, and Clint can probably back me on this, but even being out and canvassing, people are asking different questions now because they're tired of the same song and dance. They realize that anybody can say, oh, I'm going to fight crime, oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. So that's why it's so important to know the candidate, know their backstory, know if they're a person of integrity. One of the volunteers went and met a lady, and she said, okay, well, how do you know this person? She said, well, I go to church with her. And she said, well, are you out here because you go to church with her, or do you really believe in this person? Is she responsible? Is she honest? So those are a lot of the questions that we've been getting, and it's just been interesting to see the thought process of people now.
Because people are awoke now.
Yeah.
They done woke up.
Right?
Yeah. That's
And
big.
nothing has changed.
They stay woke.
Better stay woke.
That's when I ask detailed questions and people give me detailed answers. Like, I'm gonna improve education.
How?
How? But we're gonna just put more resources behind it. Where are these resources coming from? You know what I'm saying? Like,
that
this
ain't
is
gonna happen. They
FYI.
gonna keep putting them in their pocket
Exactly.
or keep it $2 million detail. Okay, let me not go there.
Yeah, be close.
You're the man.
I gotta be careful.
That is so true.
Well, I will say that's the exciting part about Birmingham is that the resources, the money is actually there.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes,
it's
it
not
is.
one of those situations where you go and you got to figure out, all right, what do we got to cut, what do we got to do. Like, the money's there. Birmingham has a ton of potential. It's right on the cusp of some greatness, and it just really, you know, it really is going to take some accountability and transparency. But you hit it on the head. But like I said, the money, the finances, the resources are there, and you're starting to get more people kind of hitting on what Dee kind of talked about. Being out in the community is an entirely different vibe now. There's people that are really just excited and looking forward to some change, and they're really
some new faces.
the questions are different. They want to, like you said, they want to know how. You know, they're saying how, and that's it. You know, that's the one thing I do like about some of the candidates. Dee's one of them. My father's one of them. Is they really work tirelessly. They'll stay out there. They'll talk to whoever. I know my dad is on it 24/7 pretty much. So it wears me out. It's tiring, but you kind of keep going because you see the goal and you see what's possible if you put the work in. So. The city needs some things, but I just want to say that the resources are there, so don't think they're not.
Wow, and look, being on the outside looking in, you don't think they're there.
Yeah, there's plenty.
That's a shame. These roads and streets look like they do.
Yeah, it just falls back to priorities.
Right.
You know, that's all it is. Same thing you do with your own personal budget is you prioritize the things that are the most important to you, and you pay those things first, and then whatever your lower priorities are, the things that
so
go
the
undone.
priority for that
I'll
$2
leave
million
it right there. I'll leave it right there.
Yeah, let's leave it there because I'm about to go there. All right, everybody, moving on. Time for the wrap up. How many of your family members have a college degree or are skilled laborers? Shantae Renee. Open up your hand.
Yes.
How many of your family members are have a college degree or are skilled laborers?
It's about 5
degrees.
5 degrees.
How many skilled laborers?
Countless.
Countless. Because I can call myself as a skilled laborer. Because I didn't have a college degree. So what I did is I got in the workforce and I learned what they were doing and I took every class that they offered and that's how I got all my certifications. It's because of the skills and me learning and wanting to do more.
So do you feel like you should have, like if you could have went to college, that's what you would have did?
That's the only thing in my life that I missed that I didn't do.
Me too.
That's
I went to college, but not right after.
Yeah, I know. Like, if it had been, not if I go now, and I know it's not too late for me to go back now, but that experience when I was younger, that was the only experience that I missed. But guess what? I wouldn't trade my life for nothing in the world. I wouldn't take it back.
Me neither.
Because I'm tax credit certified. I'm a property manager certified. I'm HUD certified. You know, I worked on a job where I made over 6 figures and walked away from it. So I wouldn't change my life for nothing in the world. So.
And no college debt.
And no college debt.
Mm-hmm. Well, I have college debt, and I walked away from my job, good paying job, but I feel you. If I had went right after high school, I think I would be in a different position, a whole different everything. But
you're happier now, though. But
you're
happier. Mm-hmm. Sometimes degrees and all of that.
I mean, I'm grateful for my degree I have now.
Right.
I was very focused. I was a 4.0 student. That's hard to do in college.
Yeah, it's just that young
with a family and children.
Yeah.
But I needed them to see that, look, just because mama didn't make this choice and she made it now, you can still do it. And you can come out on top. So, I guess that goes both ways in my family as well. So, Miss Shelley, what do you recommend for others? Get a job or go to college?
You know what? I think college is life.
Oh,
I think college is life because when I was in high school, in actuality, my high school counselor said I needed to go into the Army. I have a master's degree now, But my high school counselor said I needed to go into the Army because he thought that my aptitude would probably not allow me to do anything. Now, just keep in mind that I went to an all vanilla school. See, I say vanilla and chocolate because we're all ice cream. We're just different flavors.
Right. Amen.
But my vanilla counselor said to me, you need to go to the Army. So I would say, at this point, we're in a different situation. I think you can learn from life. Yeah. And life can be a teacher, and you can be an entrepreneur and be everybody or be everything that you want to be. A degree does not make you who you are.
It doesn't, but
it doesn't hurt you either.
I'm not gonna lie, I am pushing my oldest daughter to, you going to school.
Mm-hmm.
What is it that you want to do?
She got to be a forensics pathologist, so she needs.
She has to go to school.
Go.
Right, she has to go to school.
Like Jada doesn't have a choice.
You have to go to school.
And then, and I'm glad that she set the bar high because I want her to have that experience. I want you to live on the dorm.
Do it.
I want you to have all that I did not get.
Yes. Right. Yes.
I'm sad. I want her to work with her dad. I think I got great opportunity. I think she is the heiress to the throne. I always tell all of them that dad is building the kingdom so you can take over one day.
She can do that. She can take over later.
I understand, but I got work for her now. I can't
But the two things that you're doing, the two things that both of you are actually doing is you're giving her an opportunity to dream.
Yeah.
Whether or not it's with her dad or whether it's for her to go into pathology and forensic medicine. Whatever it is, she is at least getting the opportunity to dream, which many parents are not instilling that in their children. And that comes from at home.
And we even offered the option of the Air Force because she liked that.
That's
she's an ROTC.
You know, and I don't believe them, but
I told her, I said, look.
I ain't gonna let me hustle it.
The thing is, whatever it is she wants to do, but if she gets her passion and sinks her teeth into it, if she's like a bulldog and doesn't let it go, she'll do whatever it is that she's supposed to do, whether it be in school or not in school, and she'll succeed. She'll succeed.
Okay.
Family.
Yes.
Come on, Wade.
I'm sorry, I was enjoying all the panelists and I didn't want to disturb nobody because they were very passionate about what they're talking about. But just to continue on with this young lady sitting next to me here.
Shirley Lane.
Thank you, I'll take that. He said young lady, I'll take it.
Well, thank you. Nothing against the military because I'm still in it. I've been in it for almost 20 years now. And the Lord has blessed me to attain the rank of major, so I've been around a long time. I offered my boys, and we were talking about education, and like I said, I had a lot to say, but we had plenty of folk that I agree with just about everything. I think it was an awesome discussion on today. But the question was whether you want your children to get an education or get a job. Well, my experience, since I got an education later in life, when I went to college, I had already did my active duty stint before I went back into the Guard. And I was already in my mid-20s, almost 30 by the time I went to college. I would tell my boy now that it'd probably be better if you go home and get a job. And I say that because I learned so much being in the military, skills that I have all certifications for now, that I can go out into the civilian world and get a job that pays probably $100,000 plus a year. But because I know, as we were talking about earlier, my calling, I'm still where I'm at. That's nothing against me. It doesn't pay a whole lot. But my family is fed and they got a roof over their head.
A nice one at that.
A nice one.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Right.
Excuse.
There we go.
I have to drop this in. This is my big cousin. He has always
Oh God, don't you start.
I have to. We was at a family gathering. Me and my wife rolled up in the Saturn View we had rented. Wade said, I got one of them. I put $12,000 cash down on it. Been my role model about money ever since. When you can put $12,000 down on a Saturn, that means you wanted that. You know, you saved up, you picked it out. I said, when you can make that type of decision in life, you a big boy to me, man. I love my cousin. I'm proud of him. That speaks volumes.
That's what's up, though.
You don't put $12,000 down on the Saturday.
He said, so I can hurry. He said, so I can hurry up and pay it off. It's still outside now.
Well, it's not outside now. I brought the truck today.
Okay, upgrade Wade. Last week he started on, he said, it's outside.
That's that 10, 10, 80.
That's that 10,
Well,
10,
that's exactly what it is. But nevertheless, I think that learning a trade, which I agree with, is definitely where we need to go.
Right.
I offered my son, who just graduated high school himself, I gave him a choice. I said, either you go to college, you go to trade school, you go in the military. You got 3 choices. Which one you want to do? It's up to you. I ain't finna tell you. I ain't gonna make the decision for you.
But
It's your choice. You're grown now. Make a decision. Me and your mama did our part. Now it's time to do yours. And so he's decided he's going to go to college. He's going to start at Jeff here in the fall and then transfer to a regular university. That's fine. Me and my wife have saved money enough for all 3 of our boys to go to college.
I know y'all did. That's why y'all the role model of the family.
They will not have debt when they graduate college.
Amen. That's what I'm about.
And I'm not saying that to be braggadocious or anything.
No, that's a blessing. That's a blessing.
We've been married now over 20 years, and we've made sure that our children were set for college.
That's good.
The government paid for me and my wife to go to college, and that's great. You know, our military service helped in that, and I'm thankful for that. But I think if I had to tell my boys to choose one or the other, I'd tell them to go get a job. Go to trade school. Get you a trade, because as you pointed out earlier, you get paid 2 or 3 times more than you would if you went to college. I've got college degrees. My wife's got a college degree. My mother's got college degrees. There's not many of us that have college degrees. Most of them are laborers, especially on my wife's side of the family.
Dang, that's some Jordans.
Hey.
And there's nothing wrong with that, but they have skills.
They do.
And college doesn't necessarily teach skills.
Right. Yep.
You know, you get a good education depending on what college you go to. And, you know, what you come out with. You get a piece of paper that says you graduated. It doesn't guarantee you nothing.
All them Jordans, you know, we hard workers.
Yeah.
But anyways,
I'm just saying.
I just want to kind of put that in there because I was enjoying all the panelists and prayerfully you two young folks will win your particular races. I don't live in Birmingham. My children go to Alabaster City Schools, just as the gentleman up here. And we can't vote in Birmingham, even though they take the taxes out because I work in Birmingham. They don't mind taking my money, but I can't vote. That's a whole other subject.
But there are still ways to get involved if you like to volunteer or find out more about what we're doing. You can visit our website. I'll get your phone number after this. But the website is deannareed.org. That's DEANNAREED.org.
Yeah, so anyways, I just think like that it's important, and I think this is definitely a 2-parter because...
Oh yeah, we're going to piggyback on this next week. But Shelly, go ahead and tell the listeners how to get involved with you.
Okay, they can go to the website, which is athomewithshelly.com. Again, athomewithshelly.com. And they can call me. I'll just even give my number out. That is 205-706-7946. Again, 205-706-7946. We would love to hear from you. Thank you.
Yes. And C4, what y'all got coming up?
Well, C4, we have the Cahaba Brewery networking / fundraiser next Wednesday. Come out, support it. It's going to be a good time. Everyone having a, be able to network. And
What time is it?
What time is it?
No.
What time is the event? The event? That's what I was checking. I think it's at 6. I think it starts at 6. But you go to the C4 page to double check that. Also, we have the kickball tournament, our 2nd annual kickball tournament in July.
Boy, it's gonna be hot out there.
It was hot last year. Doesn't matter. When the trash talk get to flying, it doesn't matter. Hey, we got the fans. I'm gonna try to get one of them big blowing fans.
We're going this year to support.
Let me keep the scoreboard. I can't get up there and do that.
Last year we had, I think we're gonna have some vendors out there. I think Big John gonna barbecue. He one of our mentors. If you ain't never had Big John, he was actually giving it away in the city this past weekend. He was like giving racks of ribs, burgers, everything. He do that from time to time just so people can taste his food. When you taste it, it's an investment. Trust me. But he's gonna be out there. We have some vendors and stuff that come out and they sell different things and stuff like that. But it's a good time. It raises money and awareness for the kids. Gives opportunity to kind of recruit some mentors and things of that nature.
The plug will be on site with cameras.
Yes,
don't fall.
live will be
do
there.
not fall.
When is it?
Embarrass yourself.
Kickball tournament is July 22nd. It'll be in Terrence. It's Terrence Sports.
Yeah, way to roast.
July 22nd. Well, we'll be there.
22nd is a Saturday.
Let me go and get my mind right.
All right, that's what's up. Anybody else have anything upcoming? Load, what are you guys doing? Nothing.
We
Okay.
encourage people every day to live their dream. That's what we do.
Just
I walk up to
That's
random people and ask them, "Are you living that dream?" And that's enough.
That right,
for me.
Lo. That's beautiful.
I
What
got
you
a
guys are
video
doing
dropping
is
on
excellent.
Facebook. That's
Go ahead
very
and tag it
powerful.
to D&D Live.
It's so nice.
Okay, wonderful. Love to see it. We'll love to see it. All right, want to thank all of our guests tonight. D. Reed in the building.
Thank you so much for having me.
Anytime. Come back.
I will, definitely.
All right, Shantae Renee. I'll see y'all next Friday. C4.
Peace.
Veronica. Thank you so much.
I have thoroughly enjoyed myself.
You know, Veronica, let me just tell y'all who Veronica is.
In case you don't know.
Veronica is the lady, when we put the question out, she's there. She's going to answer it. She's going to send it, share it. We love you.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
For many weeks, she was the feed read.
Yes.
So we brought the feed read in.
That's right. You know, you got to look out to the people that look out for you.
Yes.
Right.
So that's what we're about right here at DMZ Live. Clint Woods.
Man, y'all know how to have a good time, man. Really enjoy myself.
That's right.
Check out the website, chriswoodspremiere.com. But yeah, I think y'all owe me something.
I tried to tell you. All right, so we'll have Chris Woods in next week, guys. Stay tuned. Mayoral candidate, Birmingham 2017. Shirley Lane, thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Women under construction in the back. Make sure y'all get All right, D&D Live. Come on, Daddy, take us out. Wait, my cousin.
Let's continue to support my family in this. I call it my family.
Hello.
We are your family.
I know. But nevertheless, let's continue to support them, and preferably they'll have me on the regular, and maybe I'll speak a little bit more next time. But nevertheless, let's continue to support them doing great and wonderful things. I've known them a long time. They've come a long way. Believe me when I tell you they've come a long way.
Wait, get the camera off.
Nobody knows better at this table than I do.
And he's telling the truth. All right.
the camera for
And you know what? I'm really proud of both of them. I wish them nothing but
Thank you so
success.
much.
She knows I support her.
Yes,
Victor knows I
I do.
support him. And, you know, wherever I can help. You know,
That's
I just
right.
appreciate the honor of being here. This is my second time in a row, and I'm really enjoying
Well,
it. So I thank you.
come on next week.
Okay.
There you go. And shout out to my big
Calendar's
cousin
free.
Nicole, his wife. She
Out there
always
listening.
come in. Come. He's
She out
always a
there
breath of
listening.
fresh air. And I want to give a shout out to my
boys.
new partner, Detective Prevo.
Yeah,
Stay
he was
tuned. We
on
got
here.
big things coming with that as well. And go ahead, Danny, get us out.
All right, guys, it has been a fantastic discussion on D&D Live this week. I would say that what I take from this conversation this week is that no matter what your children strive to do, support them, encourage them, let them know that they have options, and really, really be in tune with your children enough to know what they're good at and what their passions are. And instead of telling them that they have to fit within the standards of society's expectations, and the norm is what we're taught, that they actually have the ability to do whatever it is that their creative mindset, sets out to do. So I would just say thank you to all our panel guests. I would say thank you to everyone that shared all of your thoughts and advice to our listeners. I would say keep on listening. Make sure that you post and you comment on our topics, so that we can let your voice be heard here on the Voice of the People with D&D Live. And until next week, we'll see you again.
That's right. Take us out, Chris. Support the gala. We are out.
All right, great show, everyone.
I'm sweating. Where the air at?
Yeah, because I meant to ask you last
Thank
Friday.
you,
and I
guys.
forgot. Because I think my pastor would love to do something. My first lady would love to do something with you.
Excuse me, panel and
You don't have any cards
I
on
did
you.
not bring any with me, but give me your number, and I will go ahead and
Where's
make sure
that
that
plate
something.
you
I had-
Panel
I
and
think I did.
panelists.
Okay, thank you.
If you have a ticket
You got
to
a
the
pen?
gala and you would like to keep,
Grab a pen.
sign your name and put your number down. If you don't, take your ticket back
I'll
on
see you
your
next
ticket.
week.
You want
So
mine
you
right?
make some people up.
Oh, most definitely. My wife will give you this one. My cousin's all.
If you like to be a sponsor of Women on the Truck, That's why I said we're going to donate the audio book to you.
When they had the girls out today, I'm trying to figure out. I don't know how to make this work. I've been working on some stuff. Like next Friday, I actually have a girls session. We already have our
Break your way.
Oh man, you be doing your thing.
God is good.